Hey, Britta from Intuitive Health and Healing. Sometimes we find ourselves in a vagal state and we'd really like to connect with other people, or we're having a collective experience, or we have an event that's been planned, which is great, right? We're in that open, connected, cool as a cucumber kind of feeling, which is a great place to be. Going for a walk or a hike, meeting a friend at a park or a botanical garden, meeting them at a museum, going to an opening that you've been curious about, walking around a neighborhood that you've been wanting to check out, and looking at all the houses together. There's so many things that you can do when you're in a vagal state because you're essentially in that collective oriented social place. Some other things that you can do that I find really helpful for me was to identify when in the week, like what time of day and or what days am I generally more in that ventral vagal state. Usually for me, it's Sundays between 1 and 5. Like after 5, I'm done. But in the afternoon and the early evening of a Sunday is perfect for me to actually make plans with people. So that's something that you may want to consider. Do you have primo times of the week where it would be great to actually schedule a book club, or where you're volunteering at a place that's more socially engaged? Are there places that you want to explore and you can take yourself on a date with other people? Um, Something that I've loved to do more recently is to do craft or hobby exchanges. So all of my friends have different hobbies or into different things. I admire all of them. There are some things that I'm like, there's no way I'm ever going to become a drummer probably in this lifetime. However, I asked a friend the other day, she's an incredible seamstress and she has made these beautiful quilts. And I just thought, well, I'd really like to learn how to sew. So I asked her if I could come over. I asked if I could borrow her sewing machine. And we spent about 2 hours catching up, having a really wonderful time. And in that, she taught me how to use her sewing machine. So I brought it back to my house, and I have been having so much fun experimenting with that. And so there are things that I do that she really loves that she'd like to learn how to do. And so we're going to do an exchange. So that might be something fun that you can do when you're in more of that like ventral state, and really plan for those times so that you can really maximize it. Another thing that you can consider doing is scheduling a ceremony. Ceremonies are so fabulous. You can organize them around lunar cycles or around a change in season. You can call in the power and the devas of the different elements, so water, fire, earth, air, right? You can, there's so many things that you can do to have a ceremony where you're collectively getting together and sharing what you're interested in, what your good intentions are, and sharing that with each other. That can be extremely uplifting and it can really stretch that ventral experience. I hope some of these ideas are helpful for you. If you have any questions, just reach out and I'll see you in the next video.